To welcome to the celebrated nightly news of Calaveras County.
Yes, here we are on a Monday evening.
It is a Monday evening.
After a full weekend.
So what'd you do this weekend? Anything exciting?
I did do some exciting things, but I can't tell you what they were.
Well, that means it was a good weekend, right?
It was a good weekend. Now, what about you? How exciting was your weekend?
I can tell you about everything I did.
Everything? Yeah, so wow, not so exciting.
That's not so good, yeah. And I guess to start off tonight with a little bit of, I guess, kind of bad but good news as well.
Yeah.
There was a plane, it was probably heading home from the fly-in over in there, that actually clipped some power lines down by Lake Tulloch. Now, the plane didn't crash, which is like
amazing.
Yeah, anytime you could do something in a plane and hit an object,
hit power lines,
and not kill yourself, I would count it as a win.
Yes,
right?
definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So it, and the official report hasn't been released on this yet. We talked to Sergeant Sewell from the Sheriff's Department, and he was going to try to have the official release done today, this afternoon, and I just checked the site and it's not up yet.
Not up yet.
But so I'm sure that the FAA, they're talking about contacting the pilot. He's probably going to have to pay for some of the power line damage and everything else. But all in all, I still think that's a win, because if you can hit something in a plane and still
bounce off, so to speak,
and still be around to have a suit filed against you,
you're
in pretty good shape.
That's not bad,
right?
Actually. That's not bad at all.
As long as you're around to have
be sued.
To be sued, you're doing good.
It's the American way.
I know that sounds kind of rather bizarre, but everybody was saying he's gonna have to answer for this and answer. And I'm like, dude, he hit a power line and he's still here. So let's just.
But he just clipped the lines, though,
right?
Didn't he? And it knocked down the power poles.
Yes.
Yes.
So there was 127 some customers without, at least according to.
Okay.
For people without power, but hey. He hit something with his plane and he's okay. So
not too bad.
That's a win.
That's a win.
Yeah,
it is kind of a win-win situation. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And speaking about this weekend, getting over to the fly-in, because we thought that was the it was outside of Calaveras County, so we didn't go cover it. We probably should have, but
it was the 50th anniversary.
We promoted it.
Yes, we did. But it was the 50th anniversary of the Father's Day fly-in out there at Columbia.
It was.
Airport. And that's the air base for Cal Fire. And apparently there were a lot of people that showed up to that.
It's always a well-attended.
It's very well-attended. Absolutely.
It's a well-attended thing. Now, also, in the Calaveras County side, on the good side of the river... on the north side of the river, not the south side. Not the wrong. Here, since we don't have that many tracks,
we don't have any tracks.
Yeah, so this, they're on the south side of the tracks.
You're bearing the brunt of that all by yourself.
Just kidding. Anyway, there was also, and a lot of the stuff this weekend had a decidedly upcountry feel. Because
there were a lot of events upcountry,
and this was kind of White Pines Lake.
White Pines Lake and Arnold.
Yep, Cedar Center,
and
White Pines isn't in Arnold then, right? White Pines Lake.
White Pines is not Arnold,
it's
as
not
the
Arnold.
sign
says.
As
the sign will tell you.
Yes,
okay,
quite emphatically.
Since there are people watching us, what are they talking about? So we'll try to make some sense here. Okay, if you come up to Arnold and you go out and you take a left-hand turn there at Chevron, you go out towards the White Pines Lake.
That's Blagan Road.
Blagan Road. And there's a little sign on the right-hand side that says White Pines is not Arnold. So White Pines was actually predated
White Pines
Arnold.
Was the logging community.
Yeah.
There was the
it
logging.
predated Arnold, right? But anyway, White Pines Lake was the center of two of the events this weekend. And the first one was on Saturday, which is the Sierra Nevada Adventure Company's Kayak and Canoe Festival.
I was the one who was busy this weekend, and you were the one yawning.
Yes.
Obviously, I wasn't that busy. Anyway,
You know, I have
kayaking festival.
It was very nice.
Did you get out there and kayak?
We did. No, I got out there.
You got out there and took pictures.
Yes. So we went out and took pictures and left, which is But they would look like everybody else was having a good time.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. So this is
Were there a lot of kayaks out there?
There were, and there's all kinds. There's regular canoes, but then there's kayaks with sails. There's kayaks with.
You know what I've heard? I have heard that kayaking is actually picking up in popularity. You know how sports go in sort of different phases, and this is actually an upswing for kayaking.
Upswing for kayaking?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've never kayaked.
I haven't either. I don't like water. You can kayak at White Pines.
Right.
Up at Lake Alpine. Spicer. And I
Sarah
think
never
Mosquito
goes because she doesn't like water.
I don't like water. Don't. But we won't go there.
Moving right along. No,
you'll never see me out there in a kayak.
If you wanted to see some shots from White Pines for the Snack Canoe and Kayak Festival, they're on the site. Okay. Also, next, man, here, Sarah, you better take it away.
Classic art show. A classic art show. This is going to be an interesting news broadcast tonight.
I'm actually very
He's
excited
already
to be
yawning,
here, too.
and we haven't even got to Board of Supervisors yet. So, actually, they had the third annual classic car and truck show in Arnold this last weekend. And there were some beautiful cars out there.
Very pretty. We took slides of every entry.
Yes.
We tried. If we missed one, we're sincerely sorry, but we tried to take pictures of every entry. And they're up on the site now.
That's right.
So it should be a real... Man, what is going on? Sorry, I don't know.
Okay, moving right along. Actually, you can look at every single car.
Every car
that was entered, and John got some nice shots.
There was
as
Panteras, there was custom street rods, there was all kinds of stuff there. Very nice. Cobras.
Ooh. Very nice then.
There was even a Model T powered by a motorcycle engine.
Wow.
Yeah, there was.
Okay. And there was the fishing derby at White Pines as well as the kayaking festival.
Yep. So the bigger events in the county actually had a Arnold-centric feel.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one was the society piece for the week.
Oh.
This was the Angel Auction.
Did they let you in? No.
I didn't ask. I just kind of,
Did you get pictures?
I was just kind of lurking.
Oh, you lurked. I do that on the internet a lot. Yes.
Unfortunately, I lurked in person.
Oh, okay. That's a good thing. That way they see you and know you're there.
Yeah, but it's somewhat more depressing as well. No, just kidding. It looked like it was a gorgeous event. This was held at Indian Rock Vineyards, and this was a fundraiser for the Arts Council.
Yes, and Mark Twain St. Joseph's Hospital Foundation.
Yes, and this was the place to be seen and be seen in Calaveras
Were all
County.
the Whobies who be there?
Yes, all the who's who, and they rolled out the green carpet. It was all landscape.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was very nice out there. Mm-hmm. So, there was the silent auction with some beautiful art items.
There were a lot of people who attended, I'm sure.
It was packed.
Yes.
It was packed. They had a huge tent. We have some pictures and stuff there. It was just packed. It was very, very, very well attended. And I think there were sponsorships for whole tables at various levels.
That is what takes place. Mm-hmm.
And if you just wanted to get into the event, I think it was $100 a plate.
Yes.
So
yes, it was. So we didn't go.
No.
But they let you in to take pictures.
They did.
That was very nice of them.
Yes. It was very nice of them.
We'll just let John in, take some pictures. We won't feed him or anything.
No,
we'll just let him in.
And I want to congratulate the Arts Council and stuff on this one.
They do beautiful events.
Yeah.
They really do. And in conjunction with Mark Twain St. Joseph's Hospital Foundation, who is another entity that does beautiful events as well. And they're doing the Passport Wine Weekend this weekend as well.
Yes. Who is?
Mark Twain St. Joseph's Hospital Foundation.
Very nice.
Isn't the Passport the benefit for them?
I think that's the Festival of Wine.
Oh, sorry.
Huh?
I don't know my wines.
No, me neither.
No.
But
Let alone my wine events.
yeah.
You can tell we frequent a lot of those.
No, this was
No,
also.
if there was a cheesecake event, John would be there.
Uh-oh. Gotta turn this video off here, otherwise it's gonna... Uh-oh. Oops.
You hit the wrong button.
All right. Also, on the Angels, it was... This is the first catering event by the... I was trying to get the name of the company correct, but the lady that was from Alchemy. She had just sold Alchemy, and this was one of her first catering gigs, because she's going to be doing catering from now on. And it was looked very nice. So, it was her maiden...
So look for that for next year.
Yeah, and I think if she was looking at a target demographic to
cater
expose to, she pretty much hit this one out of the park. Yeah, it was. So the word of mouth on that one should be a pretty good one. So.
Pretty good. Huh? Okay.
All right.
Well, on to now you'll start yawning. Board of Supervisors. And there's actually, it's a pretty full agenda, but 3 things actually just jump right out. 4 things. Actually, but one is a study session. They have actually found a general plan coordinator. They've been looking for this person for what, 8 months now? 9 months? And on the consent agenda, there's a resolution that actually brings in that person at the top of the salary scale.
Wow.
Step E.
Wow.
And we don't know what that step E is because we were not able to find it during... I was able to find salaries for everybody else.
It's the mystery step.
It's the mystery step. So we'll see. And we're not allowed to tell you who it is yet.
No, we had the pleasure of meeting the new hire, but as we understand all the
processes,
loose ends and things for moving from point A to point B have not been completed yet.
Exactly.
Yes.
So as soon as we're able to tell you what her name is, we will let you know. Of course, you
divulged too much. You divulged too much information. Yes.
It's a 50-50 split, though.
Yeah, but still.
Of course, you didn't. I didn't promise not to say.
Oh, great!
What his or her name is.
Great.
See, this is me getting him in trouble.
Yes.
Okay, on to the next.
Yes. Also on the Board of Supervisors' agenda is the study session.
But we were going to talk about that later, weren't we?
So I can't talk about it now? Okay.
No.
All right, go ahead.
We were just going to talk about the fact that they're actually bringing up the Copperopolis benefit base and fees again this week.
This week.
And they had said it was going to be 60 days from last week.
Wow, that's fast work.
So they worked fast, and it's not even a minute order. And it's sort of an interesting little addition to the agenda.
That should be interesting.
That should be. And also our fabulous Calaveras County Airport has grant funding coming in.
There we
in
go.
The amount of $800,000 for airport improvement program. So
they're going to have spiffy new pavement out there, right?
Spiffy new pavement, smooth new pavement.
Very nice.
And yes. So now you can talk.
So if you want to go out there at 2 in the morning and ride your skateboard,
you can.
Just kidding.
Well, it's a site. It's a line of sight airport. It's not an instrument airport. So you could go out at 2 in the morning because no planes are going to be coming in.
Oh.
See?
All right.
So you could.
You could.
Yes. Study session.
The thought of me on a skateboard at 2 in the morning is not a. It's not a good thought. Yeah.
Of course, it could be like sort of one of those extreme skateboarding moments.
Nothing I would do on it would be extreme. Nothing.
What do you mean the edge is just a foot away?
Yeah. It wouldn't be extreme at all. Also, the study session is on the legal access issues, right?
Mm-hmm. From the Community Development Department.
Yep. And this has been another issue, not quite as hot button as the septics, but this one's been getting a little bit of issues within the real estate community as well. And I hope, hopefully tomorrow there's a nice, good, clean resolution to this, similar to how it happened on the septic issue.
So what are they saying now?
Okay, they're trying to clean up the language of. And this is probably true for a lot of rural counties, because a lot of rural counties kind of developed a little bit haphazardly, shall we say, over the years.
Yes.
And it's kind of like, where there maybe not be a deeded access or a deeded easement into a parcel. So it's just, yep, that's the road I used to get down to that couple acres over there, and that. And I think this is stuff where they have to clean up the language in it, because one of the things from the county initially, they didn't want to issue any building permits on parcels that didn't have deeded legal access. Okay? But also I think they have to clean that up a little bit, because we've heard from numerous people that, for example, Highway 49 is not a deeded legal access, from at least what we heard. So I think, but obviously it's, people tend to use it, and it's been improved. But so I think what they have to do is go and clean up the language.
You mean they're going to close Highway 49?
That's not legally used. No, but I think they have to clean up the legal language on this to make sure it's makes sense, all nice and tidy. Yeah, because I think this can throw in things with title insurance, the big title companies that. Yeah, so there's a lot of issues to this that I think they're trying to make sure they get the language cleaned up.
Now, is that on all easements?
I don't know.
Or just sort of thoroughfare easements, meaning
I don't know,
vehicle easements?
The part that we heard, I need to look up some more, the part that we heard that was causing some issues was if a parcel was sold as buildable, but then if you didn't have
the
legal access, then they wouldn't give you a building permit to do so. So in essence, you bought a worthless piece of dirt. So I think they're trying to, which nobody wants, especially because the county wants the tax revenue and things like that from all those parcels.
But I wonder how many parcels are actually affected by this, because typically when they are, when the parcels are sold or they are actually zoned in that particular buildable zoning.
Right.
Allocation, typically the easements, they're already signed off on.
Yeah, so, but not always. Because, for example, we were talking to a realtor the day before yesterday where they had a very large parcel. I think it was 800 plus acres. And the entrance that everybody's been using for the last 50 years is technically not the legal access entrance to the property.
Okay.
It's actually like a mile or so away in an odd, weird
location
spot where, yes, they do have deeded legal access to it, but that's not the entrance that anybody's used in 50 years. So I think they have to, anyway. Yeah, should be an interesting study session.
It'll be interesting to find out what exactly happens with that, actually. So, and that starts at, I have my little notes here. Let's see. Excuse me, 9:45.
Wow, it's an early one.
It's an early one. So they're actually thinking they are just going to whip through
straight
the
into
agenda.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. The reason why we're laughing is because the Copperopolis Benefit Basin road impact fee schedule is scheduled right before this Community Development Agency study session.
Either that, or maybe they know it's not going to.
It's actually not a study session. It's a minute order.
Discussion and possible action. Oh, so it's not a study session.
It's discussion and possible action.
Okay.
See, and this is one of my pet peeves. I'll tell you this. I'm going to step away from my little news anchor.
Okay, all right.
Minute orders should be used for emergencies.
On the immigration bill, this is
minute orders should be used for emergencies.
Okay.
That's why they're called minute orders, because you weren't able to get them on the regular agenda. Now, how long did you say this was? How long ago did this come up? You heard about it months ago, right?
You mean as far as getting agenda? I mean, I heard about the issue.
The issue months ago.
Yeah.
So it's not an emergency. Right? So it shouldn't be a minute order unless this was introduced.
Is it a minute order actually?
Regarding a minute order.
Oh.
Regarding minute order.
Okay.
Unless the minute order was introduced months ago and then they just decided to table it. Well, I missed that meeting. Anyway, I'm back to my old little news anchor. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Pet peeve, okay?
All right.
Another pet peeve is what's going on with the budget of the state and the Williamson Act.
Do tell.
Ooh, do tell. Only apparently 11 counties actually have land in the Williamson Act. Calaveras County is one of those.
Okay.
It helps to protect ag land, agricultural land. And the governor in his budget wants to cut the program. In other words, cut the reimbursement the state pays to counties who bring land into Williamson Act under the auspices of the Williamson Act to lower the taxes of the ag land. Okay? Now, whatever monies they do not receive, the local governments, they actually are backfilled through the state government.
Huh.
And he wants to cut that. It'll save about $39 million, which in a budget of billions,
it's not really
that much. But apparently his office has said that it's definitely on the table. Usually this comes up in these governor's budgets. It doesn't matter if it's Schwarzenegger or Gray Davis. And usually it's gone by about now, actually, during the budget process, and it's not. So
it's stuck around longer.
And it looks like he's pretty dedicated, actually, to stopping those funds. So that would definitely have an impact here in Calaveras County.
There's going to be a couple more planning study sessions next week. Valley Springs and also Jenny Lind.
Okay.
And these should be... now, the Arnold one that we attended last week wasn't... I mean, it was well attended, but relatively so, probably 40 or so. But the one... but I think some of the areas like...
Railroad Flat
was really well attended,
people.
and the Valley Springs one will probably be packed. You know, it just probably will be... That'll probably be the epicenter of some of these battles, because they seem to be really polarized and informed and everything else down there. So it should be an interesting one.
Okay. Well,
we have a couple little articles that came up. One is coping with snakes, different things
there's
like
a lot
that.
of snakes out there. The shirks
like
are
Ken
so
Churches,
hot.
and we also just got a release from a man whose son was bitten by a snake in the last couple of days, which we'll be posting. And we hope his son recovers well and everything else. And it's
apparently the rattlers get hyperactive when it gets too hot.
Has the opposite effect on me.
You get slothful.
Yeah. Should we go to the weather?
Should we go to the weather? Sure. Let's go to the weather.
All right, let's go to the weather.
Murphy's Creek, though.
Murphy's Creek has a new thing. Has a new
theater opens up.
Yeah, but they also have another. Their opera. They're going to have a night of opera.
Really?
Yes, a little bit of highbrow.
Ooh.
All right.
And we're both on weather,
we can't
even tell you when that is.
Okay, Arnold. Tonight, low of 61, high of 86, low of 58, high of 87 on Wednesday, and a high of 88 on Thursday. And Friday, a high of 87, so it looks like we're going to be high 80s, low 90s.
It's going to be a nice weekend.
Yep.
A little toasty. Murphy's. Tonight, low of 63 degrees. Tuesday, high of 90 degrees. Tuesday night, low of 59 degrees. And Wednesday, sunny all day, 88 degrees. Thursday, 89 degrees. And let's look to Friday, up to 90. Mostly sunny.
Now, if it's a bit warm for you in Murphy's, head on up to Hill to Bear Valley. Bear Valley, a low of 51 tonight, a high of 76 tomorrow, 77 on Wednesday, 79 on Thursday, and 77 on Friday. So that's just perfect. Mid to high 70s.
And it's beautiful up there this time of year. It really is. And down in Angels Camp tonight, low of 64 degrees. Tuesday, high of 90 degrees. Wednesday, 87 degrees, and Thursday, 88 degrees. Friday, 89 degrees. So it's almost up there in the 90-degree mark.
Low 90s? Okay. Valley Springs. It says today, 99 and clear was the high today.
Wow. That's almost up in triple digits.
I know. 95, 91 high for tomorrow, 91 on Wednesday, and 93 on Thursday. So a bit warmer. Down there.
You're going to go to Bangor, Maine?
I better go to Bangor, Maine.
We're still waiting for the lobster.
Yeah. Here we go. Bangor, Maine weather. 81 degrees with a 47 low, 79 tomorrow, 55 low. Looks like we're going to get some thunderstorms on Wednesday. For Bangor, Maine, high of 74, 54, and 78 and 56 on Thursday.
Okay. So So pretty similar to us,
Yeah.
except the thunderstorm.
Not bad, yeah. So
Okay.
if you just so if you're out setting the lobster pots, you don't really want anything. You want to keep all your
all
your
the
booms
metal
and stuff
yes.
low on Wednesday. You don't want to get a lightning strike when you're trying to set the pots, right?
No,
Yeah.
definitely not. And anyway, that's it for us tonight. And thank you for joining us here on Monday evening. We hope to see you again tomorrow on Tuesday with all
Yes.
our little stuff.
We will. Thank you
Yeah.
very much for stopping by. We really appreciate it, and we do. And we got all kinds of fun stuff planned the next few weeks. You're going to see.